Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the Champions League round of 16 draw time. Stay with us throughout the next, half an hour or so as we guide you through everything you need to know ahead of Liverpool's potential opponent draw. I am Paul Machin, I'm joined by Chris Pajak in the studio. I've got Steve Hoare as well, who was looking resplendent in his Redmen TV hoodie.
I was absolutely freezing. This was a last-minute wardrobe decision.
So you're saying it's fashionable, comfortable, and warm as well. Excellent. The Redmen TV merch shop. There you go. Right, let's kick things off. We've got Ben Kelly over at the board. He's going to talk you through everything you need to know before the draw kicks off.
Yes, hello everybody. So yeah, as you can see, to either of my sides, we've got all the teams who are in the draw today. So to my left and to the right of your screen, we've got all the group winners who are seeded. Now they're going to be drawn away from home. So we've got Liverpool at the top, and these are all the teams who are going to be drawn away from home. But Liverpool cannot draw at all. There's some pretty big names in there, so it's pretty much best to avoid them at this point. To my right and your left, we've got the teams who are finished runners-up in their group, and some of these teams Liverpool can draw. So you've got Tottenham, Napoli, and Chelsea, who Liverpool can't draw. Obviously, Napoli finishing runners-up in our group. Tottenham and Chelsea being from England, and therefore we can't draw them at this stage. So Liverpool's possible opponents are as follows. We've got Atalanta, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Lyon, and Real Madrid. Now, obviously, look, we're going to have the conversation about who we want and don't want, but any one of them teams over two legs, I think Liverpool are fancied to do the job potentially, lads.
Absolutely, thank you very much, Mr. Ben Kelly, for that one. Let us know if you're watching us live, what you would like, who you like Liverpool to draw. The draw, we've got the draw up. We'll talk you through everything. You could have a separate stream open, but there's no need. We've got you covered. We've got Ben. We've got Magnets. We've got Chris Pajak. We've got Steve Hoare. What else could you ask for? When it kicks off, we'll let you know. Let's talk about some of the teams that we want then. Steve, look, I think it's fair to say the general consensus of conversation is fear no one really. I'm kind of not that asked who we get, but
I actually did something for my job this morning, and you rank them like least to most, most ones. The two I said I'd quite fancy now were obviously Atalanta and Lyon. Both only won 2 group games out of the 6. Not doing amazingly in their domestic leagues rather. Lyon have just suffered 2 big injuries over the last couple of days. Depay especially is going to be a huge blow for them. So if you're looking purely on the ease of the draw, then obviously I think everyone would agree that they're probably the 2 that you'd probably most want. With the Champions League, and I understand this point, I disagree with it, but some people just want the glamour tie. If you're going to play in it, let's get the big games and stuff. A few years ago, I'd have gone along with that. Yeah. Because when we were relatively new back in the competition, and we were, give us Madrid, give us Juventus, give us Barca. But now we're fighting on a lot of different fronts, got a lot of games. You would like those February fixtures to be relatively easier ones. So I'm quite happy to leave your Real Madrids and your whoever till later on, and just give us the easy games.
Well, just in terms, you obviously say you've ranked them. Just in terms of the bookmakers' odds at the moment, Chris, it's Real Madrid 14-1, Atletico Madrid. This is to win the overall competition. Atletico Madrid 25-1, Dortmund 50, Atalanta 100-1, and then Lyon at 150-1. Lyon are like 8th in League 1 at the moment, as mentioned. Depay's the top goal scorer. He'll be back for this game anyway. They're clearly.
He done his ACL. I think he's
really?
Good. Yeah, I think he's good.
Oh well, there you go. Well, yeah, but Lyon are the one at the moment, I would say. However, something about Atalanta playing the Champions League games in the San Siro.
That for me is where I want to go. If I had the choice, I'd want Atalanta because I think them and Lyon are probably on a pretty even par, to be honest with you. Liverpool very good against French opposition normally as well, aren't we? I love the fact that Liverpool are away first and have the second game at home. I'd want it Atalanta, I'd want Lyon next, then I'd want Real Madrid, then I'd want Dortmund, and last I'd want Atletico, and a lot of people will probably disagree with me on that.
Exactly what I picked.
I fear Atletico over 2 legs because they're just a difficult side to break down, and no, they're not the same side as they were historically in the Spanish league and stuff. So, and they've lost players. The Dortmund stuff, I don't like the narrative of the Klopp and the Dortmund and all that. And Real Madrid, I kind of want retribution, so that's why they're sort of higher up, although probably still one of the better sides that you can get.
The Real Madrid stuff, sorry Steve, I think the problem with Real Madrid is that they're again not quite the side that they were that we faced in the final. But look, they're ticking along really nicely this season. They're only second in the league on goal difference. The Clasico is this week, so they could well be top of the league. They are still a threat. They've got the best defence in La Liga this season as well, which is a thing that you wouldn't necessarily go, oh yeah, that's the big deal. Then they conceded 8 less goals than Barcelona. They're not scoring as freely, which is why they're second on goal difference. But they're the one that I think there's a little notion. I'm kind of a little bit over this notion of I want revenge against Madrid. They're for me the team that I think we should be looking to avoid. And yes, I get Atletico for everything Chris has said. But I think the fact that they're not quite the same thing, they don't score goals. That's Atletico's problem. You know, they've got Morata up front, they've got João Felix, who's obviously a talented youngster, and then they've still got Diego Costa. I think this is probably the best time to play Atletico.
I actually did my rankings with the exact same as yours there, Chris. And my thing with Atleti is that I think they could do to us what Napoli have done to us on a couple of occasions, where you just play absolute dogs of games and you might get 1-0. So they played Barca, they played Juventus fairly recently, and they've lost both games 1-0. Obviously, that's just league games, Champions League, group games, whatever. They'll take a 1-0 loss at Anfield. You know what I mean? They'll quite happily take that and then try and get you back there and dog it. So I think Atleti would be harder for us to break down. I agree, Real Madrid obviously are a better team. But I just think that the way that the style of football, Real Madrid aren't going to try and get us into a dogfight because their fans won't accept that. You know, we're Real Madrid, the bravado and everything that comes with Real Madrid and the players they've got no interest in that. Where I think Atleti would make it really, really difficult. Simeone, regardless of which players are on the pitch, his system is always very, very, very tough to break down. So I agree with you. And on Dortmund, it's just that they're very unpredictable. You know, they got battered 5-0 by Bayern, but they've been on a really good run. But they lose to Barca, and like you say, that's going to be our graft. If you play them in February, on the back of all this big run of games you've got, that wouldn't be the easiest thing in the world. So the issue with Real Madrid is that, you know, what are you going to get from them? We don't know what they are in Europe yet. They've been all right, but they haven't been. They're not Zidane's 3-on-the-run team, but they're not. You know, people talk about Madrid recently like they're crap, and they're not. Yeah. You know, they've got really good players still. So they've had a mixed season because obviously they secured qualification with the game to spare, but second it was locked in going into the last game week. They lost 3-0 to PSG away. They drew 2-2 with them at home, but they also drew 2-2 with Bruges at home as well. So you're right, they're not again. Mignolet had a worldie.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless
my
them.
thing with Madrid, right, isn't that I want revenge for Kiev, and I said this last week on one of our shows. I want revenge for what happened the last time we went to the Bernabeu. Yeah. And I want revenge for what happened the last time they played at Anfield. I'm not asked, like, we've gone and won the Champions League the season after they beat us. That's our revenge. Yeah. We were the ones who essentially dethroned them, you know, winning that competition. But Liverpool from 2014, when we last played them, we're a completely different outfit. We went there and fucking took our pants down for Real Madrid. Yeah. And now I want to go there and go, none of that fucking shit. That isn't happening. You don't come to Anfield and you don't beat us 3-0.
The home game was worse than the away game, I thought. The home game...
But then we gave up in the away game.
Yeah.
We gave up. And that 5 years ago to where we are now, champions of Europe, that's what I want revenge for. That's what I want to show Real Madrid. That's why I wouldn't mind playing them. I'd be like, no, in your fucking face, we're the champions of Europe and we're a better side than you are.
My overall feeling on this is I actually like all those sentiments, is that quarterfinals. I think no, but like the round of 16, I think where we're going in this season, there'll be just something to do. And look, this might sound like complacency, but it's not my job to be complacent or not complacent. That's down to the players. Look, Man City will doubtless end up as one of these draws.
I know they can't get like Shakhtar, but they're definitely getting Shakhtar.
definitely getting Oxford United in this one as well. But like just Atalanta or Lyon. And these sound like these could well be famous last words, but you know, once you've come through December, a massive January, we're obviously having had our children knock Villa out of the Carabao Cup, and they're ready to go for a two-legged semi-final, and then the final, of course, to come. I think just having easier opponents in that. I think once you get to
we all agree that though, don't we? We've all agreed that we'd rather have like your Atalantas and your Lyons. Atalanta, the San Siro thing you mentioned it. I've not been to San Siro. I'd kind of like to watch a game of footy there. I'd prefer to knock AC Milan or Inter Milan out, but that's not an option. So it'll just have to be Atalanta.
On the flip side, I'm just wondering if you're those teams who can get Liverpool. Are you there going?
Balls are being spun here.
I really don't want Liverpool.
Hang on, here we go.
First team to come out then.
It's a lovely blouse.
And the first team to be drawn out is Borussia Dortmund.
And for all that, we're going to get Borussia Dortmund in the first one.
Yeah.
Sound.
Here we go, Dortmund are the first team out.
That's fine.
Yeah. Interesting. It's weird, we're not obviously...
Borussia Dortmund can pretty much get everybody, can't
Apart
they?
from
Bayern, obviously.
Bayern, Barcelona and Leipzig.
Leipzig. Oof.
Good to know. I don't want...
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't mind.
I think it's going to be Liverpool.
It would narrative driven would say it's probably going to be us, wouldn't it? After this type of season.
Can't open the ball. There's some delay.
It's a hot ball. It's melded itself shut.
He can't open it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. And the team that he's going to draw it out is...
PSG.
PSG. PSG. Okay, good.
That's an
Well,
interesting
Dortmund
tie
avoided.
because, you know, they're two kind of free scoring teams, aren't they? You know, they can be. You know, PSG in particular, I'm glad it was not possible for us to face PSG because, you know, I think we might have struggled against them. They're really good. But yeah, there's your first tie.
The next one's coming out now, Ben, as well, mate. So the woman with the lovely blouse has just pulled Real Madrid out.
Oh, very nice.
So there you go.
Real Madrid is this side.
No Real Madrid.
City, give them City.
Oh, that would be... Yeah.
Man City are favourites.
They can get pretty much all. The only ones they can't get are obviously the two Spanish teams.
Well, no, they can't get... Oh, yeah. Oh, Real
Barcelona
Madrid,
and
yeah,
Valencia.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
obviously,
teams,
yeah. So they're very much in play for it all. Which kind of lessens the odds of it being us, but
There you go.
It doesn't make it... I mean, this fella can't open these balls, can he? He's having a
Really
shock.
strong.
Who've they
There
got?
he is,
Who've they
always-
wheeled in?
He's got the technique.
Some fella with...
I can only see his abdomen. They're not showing his face.
Man City.
Man City! Real Madrid, Manchester City
Well done,
in
man.
the round of 16.
Well, there you go. They got the Oxford of Europe.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh,
Brilliant.
wow. Pep Guardiola.
That's a glamour tie you've ever
Pep Guardiola's got his head in his hands. hasn't he?
Atalanta's just
Atalanta
in
out
zone, Ben.
Atalanta.
This'll do.
Atalanta.
This'll do.
Right. There you go. There's the Atalanta guy. I only know that because it says it right in front of him.
And the ball's just been dropped into his pot there. That's interesting.
There you
I
go.
was collecting them up. Take a few moments where they decide who can go into this pot.
Basically everyone except Juve.
Buying
Who's
up,
left?
yeah, okay.
I'm on the
The
pool.
one we want.
I think so. I
Okay.
think so.
We've done better opening at that time, to
Here
be
we
fair
go.
to
The
the bloke.
ball is open.
It's getting better.
The leaflet is open.
Valencia.
To Valencia. Atalanta.
That's not the end of the world because one of them is going to be in the quarterfinals. That's the perspective you can take on it.
So when Man City beat Oxford, they then get Atlanta.
So we're getting Leon or Atletico.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Leon or Atleti.
Oh, okay.
Here's Atletico Madrid.
There's Atletico. There's
Well,
Atletico.
we're going to find out one way or the other who we're going to get, aren't
No,
we?
Atletico can have Bayern, us,
Or Leipzig.
Or Leipzig.
Well, if it's not us, we've got Leon.
Yeah, they're screaming for Leipzig, I think, here.
And just for the drama of all these draws, we always seem to have the drama stolen from us when we're doing these draws.
Like the old
like
ways
it,
now.
I'd be happy to lose drama on this draw if it means that we don't have Atletico Madrid.
It's not going to be...
Come on. Crap ball, man.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not...
come on, open it.
Can't open it. There it is. He's smashed that one open in the end.
He's like me with a Kinder Egg.
Yep, so it's
Liverpool, Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool.
All right, Sam.
Might have the chance to go to the Wanda Metropolitano
Well, that's
now,
one thing
Chris.
that narrative we've not discussed yet. Is a return to the Wanda Metropolitano where Liverpool lifted the 6th European Cup. Chelsea next out of the
Chelsea.
draw.
I forget that we're still going.
There's other teams to be drawn out.
For completeness, we will stick with this draw till the end.
So who can they get?
Bayern, Juve or Barca and
Everyone.
Leipzig.
Everyone.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
It's not making your job any easier, that is it?
No,
Just
no,
everyone.
not at all.
And they've drawn...
He's still.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
He really isn't doing well.
He's got like clammy
Did
hands.
they not test if you could open them before they've started?
Bayern Munich. Chelsea, Bayern Munich. Woo.
Mate, I'll tell you what, the English team so far,
They're going to get wall up there.
the English teams here are...
So that means Tottenham get Barca then, if it carries on that way.
Bayern Munich.
Or Juve. I mean,
Yeah.
Chelsea beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
the final in Munich, yeah. That was a different Chelsea team. I think Lampard was playing in it for a start.
Leon.
Olympic Lyonnais. All right.
Go ahead. Let's have them against Leipzig.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Who can they have? They can't have Leipzig. Okay, so they've got Barca or Juve.
Why can't they have Leipzig in the same
They
group?
were in their group, weren't they? There we go, brilliant. We actually had that research.
Juve.
Juventus.
Oh, so Tottenham Barca's still in the act.
That'll be a good time.
Hang on,
Is it Juve?
hang on.
Right.
It's Leon Leipzig.
Leon Leipzig.
What? No, it's
No. Am I wrong?
Leon
It's
Juventus.
Leon.
Leon
Juve.
Juventus, sorry mate, Leon Juventus.
Yeah, Leon Juventus.
Have I done it
What
right?
are you saying? Hang on.
Who was
No,
in
you're
Tottenham's group?
Tottenham. Can I get
Bayern. Bayern were in Tottenham's group. Bayern.
Tottenham
So
gonna be
Barca or Ireland play for them.
Barca had Tottenham in the group last season.
There you go.
There's Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur will either draw Barcelona or Leipzig now.
If it's following them, if it's
Jose
following the theme-
Mourinho will be. Oh,
If it's following the theme, it's Barca.
Barca fume, or just Mourinho looking his way through.
Leipzig.
Tottenham Hotspur,
Can't wait with
RB
that.
Leipzig.
So Napoli,
Mourinho
Barca.
will be
Barca.
like a pig in shit over that one.
Mate, I think Spurs fans are the happiest of the
And
English teams there,
therefore, just for the sake of completeness, Ben's already beaten the people there live in Switzerland. It is Napoli, Barcelona. It's a complete out draw. So Ben, do you want to just talk us through everything that's been drawn out?
Yes, so here we go. We've got 8 Champions League round of 16 ties. We've got Dortmund versus Paris Saint-Germain. We've got Real Madrid versus Manchester City. We've got Atalanta versus Valencia. Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. Chelsea versus Bayern. Lyon versus Juventus. Tottenham versus RB Leipzig. And finally, Napoli versus Barcelona. Some interesting ties there for me. But also, you know, obviously, if Liverpool can get through this tie, that you know you're going to have the likes of Atalanta or Valencia in the Champions League quarterfinals. You potentially got Tottenham or Leipzig in there. You know, it's going to be an interesting way forward if Liverpool can get themselves through that tough tie with Atletico.
Absolutely, thanks very much, Ben. Right, gents, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you happy with the draw? Who do you think are the teams most likely to progress then to the quarterfinals? Let us know in the comments alongside. Just quickly, that's because we're going to do a more in-depth reaction to this on the
Should we pick
RedmenTV.com.
the winners?
Who do you think's going to win?
And each one.
We'll do that in the reaction show. Okay. Just quickly, then, happy with the draw? Unhappy? Worst possible, worst case scenario?
Yeah, I mean,
For me, yeah.
listen, mate, it's not the end of the world, but it was the worst one we could have got, in my opinion. So it isn't ideal. The English teams have all got, well, again, Spurs aside, they've all got it. And it's weird, isn't it? That
Leipzig are flying in the
Leipzig
Bundesliga.
are good.
You know,
Well, top of the
But yeah, they'd rather have Leipzig over Barcelona.
And the
what it
theory, you
came
know,
down
it's one of
to.
those where sometimes coming second in the group does you a favour. You know, and it's the way it worked out. We got a difficult game, but it's one that, listen, Atleti will be more afraid of Liverpool than Liverpool should be of Atleti, so it's not the end of the world. But listen, mate, I think that's going to be a hard graft. I don't think it's going to be, we're going to breeze through that one. I think it's going to be a back to Anfield and having to get something out of it.
Minamino winner.
Absolutely, all over that. Well, listen, thanks very much for watching the live Champions League draw. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on it as well. And if you want, we're going to be doing a reaction show, reacting to all of the games, but more importantly, what Atletico means for Liverpool over on the RedmenTV.com. Make sure you go over to the website, sign up. It's completely free for the first month. We've got loads of exclusive content for you there, including interviews with Jurgen Klopp, Emil Heskey, Robbie Fowler, Chris Kirkland, Lucas Leiva, etc., etc. Perfect time to join up today, because we've got not just this Champions League draw, but we've got the Club World Cup stuff to come this week as well. See you there.